Hello and welcome to another action-packed edition of Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It's always a delight to have you join us. I'm Austin Okonakwan. Tonight on the show, we'll give so much attention to football, yes, because this weekend we'll be seeing a lot of football in action, but that doesn't mean we'll neglect all that is going down in your exciting world of sports. Remember, it's just 3 more days to the start of the 11th edition of the African Games taking place in Congo, Brazzaville. Team Nigeria, they have already touched down in that country and they are waiting to start devouring their opponents. So we'll keep an eye on that one to see all of the federations that told us 5 gold medals, 7 gold medals, 2 gold medals. It's about time to start assessing Team Nigeria at the 2015 African Games taking place in Congo, Brazzaville. You know, it's still an action-packed auto sports. The 2015 US Open is going on now, and all eyes on Serena Williams. Let's just hope that the pressure doesn't get to her. Can she make it? The calendar Grand Slam. Let's see. She's won all the Grand Slams this year except the US Open. And should Serena Williams win that one, she becomes the first woman after Steffi Graf in 1988 to complete the Grand Slam. She's gradually walking into the history books, talking about Serena Williams and tennis. We'll also talk about African football. What's going on with African football? We have a special guest. We're waiting for that guest to come, and we will discuss football in Africa. But let's start with football in Nigeria. We're waiting. It's February 2016, the FIFA presidency election. We've been hearing names. Today, the latest is that Nigerian football legend Segun Odegbami, mathematical, Big Sheg, has thrown in his interest to get into that ring and fight to become FIFA's next president. Somebody's saying, Segun Odegbami, yes, it's possible. And he believes it's about time for Africa to get involved. We'll talk extensively on that one tonight on the show, but let's bring you into all of this quickly. Let's get you involved. You know our feedback mechanisms, they've not changed. On Twitter, we're channels_sports, and on Facebook, we're channels-sports. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, particularly with the Big Sheg saying he wants to become the next FIFA's president, we want you to talk to us tonight on the show. We also want you to talk about football in Nigeria, talk about African football, and of course, if you're a fan of Serena Williams, feel free to talk about the 2015 US Open and intention to make it a calendar Grand Slam. So that's it. We want to join the discussion with the following hashtags. Hashtag Super Eagles, hashtag African Games, hashtag African football, and of course, we'll also be talking about Nigerian football. So that's it on your screen. And of course, guys, the football transfer. Let's not forget the window has closed. A lot of movement here and there. We'll also talk about that one. And of course, the hashtag FIFA Presidency. So, you know how to be part of the fun. But let's make it major. That's if you're on the go and you want to be part of the fun. It's so easy. Follow us. Just to let you know that all our top stories can be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com and on YouTube/channelsweb. You're on the go. You can download the Channels TV app and then be part of the fun right here in the studio. Go to m.channelstv.com and download the app for iPad, iPhone, your BlackBerry, your iOS, your Windows phones, and you will be part of all we're doing tonight on the show. But remember, there's a clause to all of these. Don't do it while you're driving. You need to give 100% to your driving. But if you're chilling, maybe with your guys, or you're somewhere, you're talking about football, you're arguing about all going down in your world of sports, so hey, let's join the Channels TV Sports crew and be part of the fun. We're inviting you. Let's do this together. Let me quickly bring my guys into all of this. Tunde Koiki retains his place in the team. Tunde, good to see you on the show.
Thank you very much.
I see you're trying to get your swag on.
I'm just feeling my inner pimp.
That's
you know.
Oh my goodness, that's it.
I can't really see my phone now.
Tunde Koiki wants to resume his role as a top striker. I know he was going to get back to that role. And of course, Cosmos Chukwemeka every Tuesday joins us for Talk Sports. Cosmos, good to have you around.
Yeah, like you usually say, action-packed world of
That's
sports.
it.
You know, we're going to have fun today. It's been massive. I mean, some news came up and left you in such a surprise.
Surprise?
Yeah, Segun Odegbami's declaration for FIFA presidency was like a big surprise to me, and
plenty of Nigerian players also moving.
Yeah, plenty of Nigerians to move in as well. So basically, we're going to have fun.
That's what it is. That's what it is. So let's have fun. And today, Koike, let me give you the first through pass. Call me some goals. Were you surprised when you heard the news that the big Sheg will become FIFA's next president?
Well, wants to become.
Wants to become. I think I was sprinting.
Yeah. Well, if you know anything about Segun Odegbami, if you know the kind of man he is, nothing really surprises you about him. You know, he's a man who is always willing to push the boundaries. Push the established order. Always try to use his persona and his love for football to break established barriers. So, I mean, this is a man who was mooting a World Cup to the Nigeria should host a FIFA World Cup. Remember that?
Yeah.
This is a man, okay, when that dream, he even expanded that dream. He wanted to see a West African conglomerate of countries host the FIFA World Cup. Remember that dream as well?
Yeah.
And this is a man who has consistently run for NFA president many times. And so if you know this about Segun Odegbami, him throwing his hat into the ring, saying he wants to become FIFA president, it's for me, it's no surprise at all. None at all.
Cosmos, why did it come to you as a surprise?
Well, it came to me as a surprise because we did not even get any feelers that he was going to try as much as possible to run. I mean, Big Sheg, like he said, has several times ran for the presidency of the Nigeria Football Association, and several times he has been on the forefront of football development, not just in Nigeria, in West Africa. I mean, during that period when they were bidding for the World Cup in 2010, he actually not just making Nigeria the host, but wanted to use the other West African brothers as well.
Yeah.
So this time around, and when the news just came in, I felt, okay, Segun Odegbami, yeah, one of the best, but then will he be able to get the needed support, get those endorsements from about 5 associations and of course CAF for him to be the FIFA president. So let's just see how it goes. I just hope that for the sake of Nigeria, that it get to that point where we'll be able to compete. Whether we'll be able to win is something I cannot say.
I agree with Segun Odegbami's pedigree, passion, vision, experience, and knowledge of football issues. Do you think he has what it takes to become the next president at FIFA? Let's join the conversation with the hashtag FIFA Presidency. We're talking about Segun Odegbami and his intention to run for FIFA's presidency. Tunde, let me bring you into this. Now, a lot of people will start saying, first, win in Nigeria, and maybe do something in CAF before you go to FIFA.
Well, it seems, to be honest, it seems particularly almost insurmountable, the kind of odds, the kind of hurdles in front of him. Segun Odegbami is well liked by a lot of people. Yeah. But the problem is he well liked by the people who make the decisions regarding these kind of things? Like we said, we've run in the past before. I mean, if it were just on the basis of popularity, of integrity, I mean, Segun Odegbami would be a flawless winner. I mean, there would be no contest.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen other countries where ex-footballers who have excellent records have risen to positions of authority, either at club level, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge and from the Kaiser at Bayern Munich, or you've seen at even the FA level, or even at continental level, where we have Michel Platini. Yeah. So there's nothing that stops an ex-footballer from aspiring to the biggest office in the world football. So, in fact, a lot of people are even advocating for that. Look, these are the people who have bled on the pitch, who have broken bones on the pitch, defending the colors of their clubs and their countries. They understand this game better than those politicians who sit in Zurich, who have no true love for the game, yes, and want to, I want to administer it. I mean, for example, Issa Hayatou never played football. I think was a handballer. Then Joao Havelange was a swimmer. Yeah, he never played football. And that's why you are seeing people like Michel Platini aspiring to these kind of positions. They feel that it is a footballer, an ex-footballer who truly understands the game. Then Segun Odegbami is also running on the platform of integrity. He has also seen with a tremendous amount of disgust everything that has been happening in football, especially at FIFA level. He believes that he, with his own integrity, can bring a clean slate, a clean broom to sweep away the ills of the past. That
That's a lot of
in
sweeping.
FIFA's 111-year history, that he feels he can do something different. Then again, there's also the angle about, in the history of FIFA, 111 years, only Europeans and South Americans have been
that's true.
have been FIFA president.
That's
So
true. That's true.
in the true spirit of world football, it is time for someone else, for possibly another federation, to become FIFA president. Now that brings in the South Korean billionaire, the Hyundai here. He also wants to be FIFA president as well. So that puts him,
the Jordanian prince,
the Jordanian prince as well. You know, it's interesting.